Okay, so I'm joined here with Ben. We're going to play Man of War again. This is we rolled for a random scenario and we rolled one. Ben rolled a one, so we're doing the one that's after the storm. So each player gets to set up each other's fleets in the deployment zones in any direction they like. Actually, Ben, did you want to turn my ship around facing the other way? So it's fine like as it is? Okay. I've just got Ben going through my Bluetooth headset so you can't hear his voice because otherwise there's an echo. We're currently doing this on Discord and we're just sort of trialing this out. After our first game it worked quite well. So we're going to give this a shot again. So we've got the Black Ark of Nagaroth, as you can see over there in my deployment zone. Stored within it are the Doom Reavers. There's a squadron of those and one Death Fortress. A bit of a messy table over here, but you get the idea of what everything is, because lots of tokens and stuff and templates and what have you that we need to keep track of during the game. But we're ready to set off, so what we'll do, we're going to roll for initiative. So Ben, you roll your dice, mate, I'll roll my dice. I rolled a 1. Okay, well you just snuck ahead of me, mate. So this is our first time we're playing either of these fleets. I've never used Dark Elves before, and Ben's never used the Skaven before. He has a Skaven fleet, but I don't think he's played them before. So this will be interesting to see how it goes, but we'll give you a recap after turn 1. Okay, so that sees the end of the first turn. Now probably we'll start from the very beginning, so the magic phase, probably be a good start. Ben decided to use one of his spells. It was an 8+ to cast it. He used 6 warp stone tokens, and he gets a +1 naturally because of his level. He rolled a 4, which got it off. I tried to dispel it using 2 of my cards to get a 6+, because it's really hard to dispel Skaven magic, and failed. So what it did, it basically set, he could roll the dice to see how many hits he would cause on my Black Ark, and from the 3 hits I think he had, he rolled and managed to hit location 4 and 5. 4 saved because I had a 4+ save. I rolled a 2 on the main mast, and it sets that location ablaze. That's the spell effect. So that went off. I tried to cast one of my spells. Which one was it? Was it Burning Fist? Yeah, try to cast Burning Fist, an Amethyst spell on 5+, but unfortunately I rolled a 4, so it didn't go off. So yeah, Magic's been eventful so far anyway. At least we've got a spell off. Compared to last game, I don't think we've got anything off. So that's been good. Now, there's a lot of chaos confusion here with the Skaven fleet because there's a lot of turning and getting in position now, and manoeuvring because of the scenario rules. So we worked out that the Skaven fleets can't use that, they're not like dwarf fleets where they can just spin on the spot. They need to use they need to move like they are moving under sail. So they need to use the turning template. So Ben's had fun trying to maneuver his fleet around into position. 2 of these Death Burner guys, not Death Burners, they're the other ones. Sorry, the Death Burners are the ones here with these big Plague Center bells in front of them, like a catapult. And the other ones, they failed their roll because they've got to roll 2d6 to see how far they move. They've got to roll a double. They can't do anything that turn. So I've got a bit of disarray here with the Skaven fleet already as I try to scrummage around and trying to get into some kind of cohesive line. And the Black Ark just, of course, as what it normally does, is just move forward. And that's the end of turn 1. So we'll see at the end of turn 2. Okay, so this is the end of turn 2. And then, yeah, Ben cast Pestilent Breath in the magic phase. He's been very successful with his magic this time. And removing 3 crew counters from my Black Ark. Now the spell I tried to cast was to remove damage from my ships, but of course the blaze tokens are not damage counters, and they can't be removed with that spell. It was a really good spell actually because it's a gold spell and it's cast on a 2+, and I get a reroll if I roll a 1. Well, no, actually I don't actually, because it's 1's a fail, isn't it? So I can't reroll that one. But yeah, in any case, I couldn't cast it, so Ben allowed me to cast another spell, which I did get off, which was the Warp Shift. and I put on the Naggaroth. It doesn't really do that much, but it's like, you know, it's a successful spell. It's just put on there. It's lasts for 1 turn, which I'll need to remove now, I believe. And apart from that, I just moved forward, and Ben just kept on, you know, reorganizing his squadrons into, you know, sort of cohesive battle lines now, and they're sort of getting, well, I think from the next turn, he should be really ready to start moving around and causing me trouble. Then we're going to meet up pretty soon, I think. Nothing else happened. I mean, all the dice rolls for movement were fine, and the screaming bell, or the doom bell, there's nothing, you know, that happened there either. So yeah, nothing of great significance this turn, but I think next turn will be even better. So we'll see in the end of turn 3, and at the beginning we had some spells. I won the initiative. I cast a spell at the Serpents of Doom, which stopped his flagship from moving. So that was quite good. Just sort of, I thought if I target that ship there, it would just make him less maneuverable in the center of this area here. And 2 of his other ships, I keep forgetting the names of them, and my son's calling me out. And over here, the other ships, 2 ships rolled a double, so they couldn't move. So I think Ben just decided just to leave them as they were. And the main ship, the Doombringer, I need to remember the names of these ships actually, because they're a little bit different from the fantasy names. I always call it the Screaming Bell, but I think they're called the Doombringer. So it did turn around and moved up, but on 4 dice, it didn't roll any doubles, so nothing really eventuated that turn. And the Black Ark moved up to 6 inches under magical movement. And I did roll a 1, which removed the blaze counters on my Black Ark, which is excellent. I was really happy about that. So, okay, so we'll catch you again at the end of the next turn. To end of a turn that we had a lot of things happening in the background. My son was going crazy like some mad zealot, so I had to go and help my wife out with that. So finally me and Ben got to finish this turn. Everything's happening at the moment. So I won the initiative. I cast a spell. It was the Fog of Limbo, which is quite a good spell actually, because it gives me like a 2+ save, and spells cast. I can't cast any spells basically after doing that, which is fine because I already cast a spell. It's quite a strange rule. Maybe got that wrong, but anyhow, Ben dispelled it, hitting and shooting some of that warpstone again with his Greyseer, so that didn't come off. Then Ben, the bell exploded. That's right, another big event. The bell exploded. He rolled a double 1 on his 5 dice, I believe. But he did board one of my Doom Reavers and sunk it. Not only 1, but there was 2. And we just need to put down the wreckage. I think it was there, wasn't it, Ben? Is that right? Okay, so there's another one that he sunk there as well. So really good boarding actions there from the Skaven. The crew, the added crew that you get for the Skaven really does help with the boarding actions. And my poor little Doom Reavers, if you want to feel sorry for them, just couldn't cope with the amount of Skaven swarming all over them and cutting up to shreds. So they got taken out. Let's see, something else funny happened. The Doom Reaver, the Death Fortress rolled a 6 on its frenzy, but only rolled 2 dice on its attacks, and I managed to put a damage on the hull. I think that's correct, yeah. Is that right, Ben? Damage on the hull? And the other Doom Reaver, when it got to activate, I rolled a 1 on its frenzy, and then Ben decided for it to attack my Death Fortress, and I rolled a 3 on the amount of attacks, and it caused a wound because I failed one of my saving throws on the Death Fortress, I believe. Okay, so there was a lot of things happening. And the death burners in the back there, well, one of them failed its movement because it rolled a double. The other two just spun around, and they're still trying to get themselves together, pull themselves together to get into combat. But the bell is dead. It's gone. So that's one good thing for me, maybe. I did fire my repeating crossbows on the, or repeating bolt throwers, I should say, on the Black Ark. It has damaged the movement, the paddles on two of the Deathbringers. I'm probably getting all these names wrong, so sorry if I'm getting the terminology wrong for the ship names, but I can't remember all of them. But yeah, both of those two got damaged there, so they're only moving at 4 inches now. But the flagship's still okay. And that's it. That's the end of that turn. So we'll see you at the end of the next one. Okay, so it was the end of turn 4. Had a lot of stuff. Was it turn 4, wasn't it, Ben? Turn 4 in this one? I'm pretty sure. Turn 5, okay, so I'm losing track of the turns. But we had a lot of carnage here. We had one of Ben's, I can't remember what it is, but one of these things here that shoots. Okay, the Raider, that's right. The Raiders rolled a double and it destroyed itself. The other one hit the Ark, causing more damage. It caused a critical, and I rolled on the critical table. It did 2 points of below the waterline damage. And what else happened? We had, well, the Ark obviously moved out of position and shot one of your ships. It was the Doombringer, and I think I did nothing to it, I don't believe, but that's right, shot the Warp Raider, missed it completely, shot the Doombringer, but it didn't do anything. The Doombringer, the Death Fortress though, however, in its activation, charged the and assaulted the Doombringer in a boarding action, and it was like neck and neck for a number of rolls. We kept pursuing and kept on ensuing the boarding actions, and the Death Fortress came on top on this particular occasion. It became really close. So really exciting times there. I just got lucky. I think I just rolled a 6, a 5, and a 5, and a 4 in the last 4 rolls and managed to get him. So that was nice for that. But we had another boarding action here with my last Doom Reaver, and in this instance, Ben beat me on 3 successive rolls and took him out, and the monster went sinking down to the bottom of the sea. This ship here is abandoned, of course, after I think last turn. So that's this, and my ship crew is down to 1. So the Black Ark's down to 1. It's got 2 damage locations. It's got 4 sections ablaze. It's really in a lot of trouble. I mean, this thing's worth 10 battle honors. So if Ben takes this out, it's just basically game over for the Dark Elf player. But yeah, we'll see how we go into the final turn. I think this will be the final turn for this evening for turn 6. So we'll see at the end of that one. So we reached the end of turn 6, and we've just called it because I think you know, it's gotten to a stage where a lot of things have been crushed and dying and burning, and you know, it's getting very late where Ben is in Australia. It's about 2:30 in the morning there now, but he's got a day off tomorrow, which is good, so I don't feel so bad about that. But you know, he can sleep in and have a good rest. But we had a really good game. We really enjoyed it. We both enjoyed playing our fleets. All the Skaven, I think they're Warpfire Weavers or whatever, I can't remember the names of them, sorry, but they all blew up. So as a result of doubles, all my Doom Reavers died through boarding actions. The Black Ark survived. It did survive. It got some more blaze counters on there through fire spreading and burning through the ship, but it did survive. It only had 1 crew left. It did really well. In the last turn, I shot all 3 of my repeater crossbows in 3 directions, in front and to the sides of the ship. so it's really effective like that. You can just barge through ships and just move them aside without, you know, them hindering them at all. So it's really, really cool. My Death Fortress was successful again in abandoning another ship of Ben's there. So there was another one that went down. And I think on battle points, the battle honors itself, I think the Dark Elves have come away victorious there, just through some unlucky rolls, I think, for the Skaven. But the Skaven magic was really powerful in that he got every single spell off from memory. I don't think I dispelled one of them. So yeah, the Skaven spells are very, very good, and that crippled my Black Ark with its crew. They lost 3 crew in the first turn, and I was sort of battling my way back. I got one back through a gold spell that healed one of my crew members. But yeah, Skaven really good on their day, I think, if everything goes well for you. The crews, the added crews that you can get for your ships make them really powerful, like the Rat Ogres and the Storm Vermin, and the other added slaves you can get can really boost your guys. I had a lot of headaches with this War Banner. I rolled 1 twice. This is on my Black Ark, and I had the Berserkers as well on the Black Ark too. But this takes precedence, so every time you take a boarding action, you got to roll on this table, and if you roll a 1, the banner's lost, morale is destroyed, the combat is automatically lost too. So I rolled twice on a 1 of that, resulting in some more crew members dying. But I did roll a 6, and I did roll a couple of other results which are positive for the Black Ark. So yeah, the War Banner is a bit of a double-edged sword. That's probably the phrase I'm looking for, or the idiom I'm looking for. But yeah, it's really good on its day, but sometimes it can cripple you because it sort of overrode the Berserkers. So if I didn't roll a 1, I could add the Berserkers +2 to the boarding actions. And on the last turn, I did get a spell off. I put the Blades of Battle, which gave me an extra 2 points, +2 to my boarding actions as well, with the Black Ark, but I didn't really need it. It just got in the center there and started shooting away. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed the game. Really looking forward to playing at some other fleets. I think next time we'll switch sides and I'll play the Skaven and let Ben have a run with the Dark Elves. And yeah, hope to bring you more battle reports or after action reports of Man of War in the future, guys. So thanks for watching. Please leave your comments below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.